I've said over and over again in this that I have started to quit smoking a million times. And that process can either become a cycle of despair or a cycle of victory. You have to choose how you look at things. And when you stumble and when you screw it up, when you've said, by God, I'm not going to smoke today, and by the end of the day you've stolen a few and you're doubting the whole thing, the fact that you didn't do it right the first time or the second time or the third time just doesn't matter. Okay, it just does not matter at all. You need to keep your eyes on what you wanted to do and why you wanted to do it. And I know what it's like to wake up in the morning with that stench and thinking, God damn it, I went through a few days, I did it right, and then just boom, all of it went out the window. I know what that's like. I've done it. And you can hate yourself. You can get so down on yourself that you just don't think it's worth trying anymore. And that is exactly what the addiction wants. That's exactly what the booze, what the cigarettes, what the gambling want. They want you broken and down so that all you can think about is how you can't do it and how you're not worth it and how the addiction was the right thing to do all along. Okay, you're going to have times like that. And you have to face it down. You have to let it go, just like you've let everything else go. Look, if you're still alive, you've been through a lot, okay? It's just that simple. I don't care what age you are. 1, stumble and fall, 2, 3, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many times you've not been able to live up to what you wanted to do. You just start over. You let that go. What matters is you recognize what happened and then you let it go. You're a person, okay? You're a human being, all right? We're all entitled to make mistakes. When you understand that the addiction, the people who make the product you're addicted to have built in that shame, that self-loathing, when you understand that what they're selling you is killing you and you decide to go back to it, you can decide just as easily to not do it anymore. The next time you do it, the next time you say, by God, this is the last one, you'll have better armor, okay? You'll be able to move forward with a little more surety, knowing that I've screwed it up before, that means nothing to me now, okay? It just means that I need to do it again, and I need to do it right. And if it doesn't work out this time, it will the time after that. And it's just that simple. It really is. So, and I know that doesn't satisfy some people. I know that that's like, well, if I can't do it, then why am I trying? Because the only thing that's worth doing is trying. The only thing that's worth doing is making yourself better, giving yourself a better life, making the people in your life less worried about you, and all of the benefits that go along with keeping that addiction out of your life. All right? And on that score, you can do that. All right, you can always look at the future with fresh eyes. You just have to give yourself that forgiveness and let it go. All right, I hope you have a great day. Take care.